If you don't give a single shit about your life, you can scroll past this video. But for those who stay, you may still have some hope. You're falling behind and you know it. While you're scrolling, someone else is building. While you're making excuses that no one gives a shit about, someone else is turning those excuses, all the reasons why they can't win, into success. Think about the two sides that play into excuses, right? Let's say you had a bad childhood and you can't succeed because of your bad past. Now, there's someone who has a bad past that can't succeed because of their bad past. There's someone who has a bad past that did succeed because of their bad past. Who cares about this guy? Nobody. Oh, he had a bad past, that's why I didn't win. Okay. This guy had a bad past, bad childhood, but he won. He pushed through. He used those sorry excuses of the bad childhood, and he used those as a killer origin story. Think about any superhero. They all start off with maybe they're getting abused or had a bad past, bad childhood. They turn those into a killer origin story. All the reasons why they can't succeed, they do it. They turn those reasons into reasons why they did succeed. Now that we got past all the lame excuses, we get into what this video is actually about. This is no motivation. You're not going to wake up today at 12 a.m. You're not going to stay up till 2 a.m. saying, I just did 10 push-ups. I just read 2 pages of a book. And then you go to sleep. And then you scroll on your phone the next morning. And you forget, well, was that motivational spike? Was that yesterday? Was that 2 days ago? Whatever. I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll just change my life tomorrow. No. This video will be how you could be as productive as possible and outwork everybody. The number one secret hack to productivity and outworking everybody. It's not motivation, 3 a.m. motivation. No. It's not drinking a cup of coffee. There's nothing in here, I'm kidding. But it's not, lighting a fucking candle. I don't know. The one thing it is that no one really seems to talk about, no one seems to know, it's fasting in the morning while you wake up really early. Fasting is the number one productivity hack. Now, I'm going to get into all the others, everything you need to know to outwork everybody and win and succeed. This all starts the night before, going to bed early. A lot of you cannot go to bed early. Yesterday, I went to bed at 8 p.m. on a Thursday. It's 6:10 a.m. I've been up since 5 a.m. And I'm beating myself up a little bit because I wanted to wake up at 4 a.m. That's okay. I couldn't. I had to wake up at 5 a.m. Tomorrow, it's another day. I'll wake up at 4 a.m. another day. It's okay. But going to sleep early and having a good nighttime routine is the first step to this process on how to outwork everybody. So for me, I like to have a nighttime routine. I'll usually 7 the latest, but maybe 6, maybe 6:30, whenever I'm free, I'll eat dinner, start my nighttime routine. So at this nighttime routine, what do you want to do? For me, I stretch, maybe I'll read, I'll journal. Now, something I just started doing, which is actually helping a lot, right? Because at 7, the sun's still up. You're still getting light into your eyes, which is completely making your circadian rhythm go out of whack. Now, I'm not a scientist, but to explain circadian rhythm, it's, like when the sun goes down, you're tired, and you don't want any light at night, so you could go to sleep. Some of you guys don't even know this. Some of you guys, you can't go on your phone at night. It absolutely fucks with your sleep. We'll get into that later, though. So, what I do to actually get into sleep mode, and what you need to do, is you need to get into a very dark place, right? I actually use my closet. I just spent a few hours cleaning out my closet. It was a fucking wreck, right? It was a mess. I spent a few hours cleaning out my closet so I could have a dark space in the evening so I could get into sleep mode. Now, you're gonna ask yourself, how could I stretch in a closet? I do it anyway, whatever. How could I journal in a closet when it's dark? So I use candlelight. So the thing with candlelight, I have candlelight right now. The thing with candles is that it doesn't mess up your circadian rhythm. It doesn't give you light. There's no blue light in candles. There's no white light. There's no severe light that will mess up your sleep in candles. So candlelight is the best way. Also, if you think back to our ancestors, they used fires to go to bed, like whatever, campfire stories, they have warmth of a fire and then they go to bed. Kind of thinking back to our ancestors a little bit. You always want to check back with your ancestors. very good tip I could give you. But clean out your closet. Maybe a bathroom. I thought of a bathroom. Like, a bathroom is a really good, doesn't have any windows. A place that doesn't have any windows, that could be dark, that you could light up with a candle, and you could get ready for bed. Now, yes, this is fucking insane, but you have to be insane if you want to win in life and succeed in life. Now, you're in your closet with candles. You got a journal. There are journaling prompts. You could look up ChatGPT. I don't care. You got a journal. You could read in there. You could even be productive in there. Now, the nighttime isn't the best time to be productive because, of course, you're just coming home from a long day. You need to rest. I don't really do much work. Maybe I'll watch a few YouTube videos like Alex Hormozy, Hamza. If you know Hamza, self-improvement. Alex Hormozy, business guy. But, wind down. Also, when I say you go on your phone, now everyone knows, or I assume people know, that your phone produces blue light, and the blue light prevents you from sleeping and knocks off your circadian rhythm, which I talked about before, and you don't want it. Now, there is a setting on your phone. I'm not going to fucking give you a tutorial on how to do it. Just go to ChatGPT. Let's say blue light blocker, ChatGPT. It's in your settings. You could block the blue light, and it's completely fine for going to sleep. I highly recommend. You have to do that if for this to work. Now, you're journaling, you have candlelight, you're stretching, you're winding down. Another thing you need to do is plan tomorrow today. I have a video on this. What is planning tomorrow today? It's pretty much planning your day out the night before. Now, why would you do this? You do this so that you don't have any emotion, right? If let's say, you keep putting things off until tomorrow, you have a problem with that. A lot of people do, because emotions play into their day. To get emotions out of their day, you have to plan your day the night before. How does this make sense? I'll explain it. Let's say you need to do this homework assignment, but it's not due till Friday, and today's Wednesday. Now I'm I really should start this homework assignment because I don't want to do it Thursday night. I have a soccer game, I have a basketball game, whatever. I really want to start it, so it could be easy for me Thursday. Now I'm Wednesday comes, it's Wednesday night, and I'm okay, I need to start this. But I just told myself, I didn't really plan it out on when I'm going to start it, and something comes up. I need to go to the gym. My friend wants to hang out. Oh fuck. Well, that's a problem. I want to hang out with my friend. Alright, I'm going to do that. I'll just do it Thursday. I'll just do it tomorrow. And you have emotions I'll just do it tomorrow. No. You planning your day the night before will help with that. If you say, okay, if you give times that you will hang out with your friends, I have times I will hang out with my friends, right? I'll say wake up 5 a.m., deep work until 11, because no one's going to want to hang out with you in the morning, which is when you're going to get your work done, which I'll get into later. So you're going to say, I don't know, hang out with friends 2 o'clock. I'm free at 2 o'clock. Hang out with friends 2 o'clock. Get all my work done in the morning. And it's just going to be so much easier. You're going to get everything you need done. Plan tomorrow today. That's the final. Oh, wait, that's not even the final step. Also, you're going to want to go to sleep around 8 or 9. Probably 9 or 10 at the latest, right? Because you're going to wake up at 5 a.m. It's fucking early, but it's okay. And another thing I recommend, you could have your blinds down if you don't have a sleeping mask, or you could get blackout curtains, right? You need a really dark environment to sleep, to have the best sleep. So I go straight from my closet, I put on a sleeping mask, and I walk my way to the bathroom with this sleeping mask on. It's fucking crazy, okay? You gotta be crazy. And you're gonna be blind on your way to the bathroom, but hopefully you know your house. I take a piss. Do whatever I need to do with the blindfold on, of course, because it's complete pitch black. Go to sleep. I struggle going to sleep a little bit, but just try your best, go to sleep. It's 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever. Go to sleep as early as you can. Completely blacked out, blindfolded. I recommend a sleep mask. That's what I use. But yeah, you're sleeping. Let's get into the morning. It's 5 a.m., your alarm goes off, and you just wake up from the best sleep of your life. Because you had no noise, you closed your door, you didn't have any lights, you didn't have any distractions late at night, you went to sleep early. All these things you did, and you had a great sleep. You're like, oh wow, I feel refreshed. Sometimes it's gonna be tough. Of course, it's gonna be tough to wake up at 5 a.m. But you gotta convince yourself that I did everything right. I should have a great sleep. I'm up and ready. I got 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep. I recommend 7 is the minimum amount of sleep you should get. I'd aim around 8, 9 if you can. That's crazy. But next, remember when I said fasting? Did I actually mention that yet? Yeah, I think I did. Fasting is the most important productivity hack in the morning that nobody really seems to talk about. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna wake up, and just recently, I used to have a morning routine which took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Now, I got rid of that for one simple reason. If you are more productive in the morning, and your brain is high functioning in the morning, and I'm stretching, taking a cold shower, these are all like brainless activities. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? I need to work. I need to get to work. I'm filming content right now. I've been doing this since, 5 a.m.? I need to get to work as soon as possible. Actually, I do meditate. That is something. So I'm going to explain to you. 5 a.m. wake up. Let's walk through this step by step. First thing I do, turn on my light, turn on my lamp, get that light in my eyes. This sets your circadian rhythm because the sun's not up yet. You're up before the sun. That's fucking great. But you need something to wake you up. Light. Best source of light. You need light, okay? Also, coffee. First thing you're gonna do, view light. Wake up, you're like, okay, I'm pumped, I'm ready. You gotta get up. You can't be in your bed. Oh, here's a really good thing I learned. I set my phone very far away from my bed, near my desk. So I have to get up to turn off my alarm. Because if you have your alarm near your bed, you're just gonna say, you're gonna be so fucking tired, you're gonna be like, oh, my alarm is asleep. Your eyes are gonna be closed, you're gonna be hitting up. And then you're gonna fall back asleep. And you're like, what the fuck? No, because you have to get up to turn off your alarm. That's tactic number 1 to wake up. Now, what are you gonna do next? View light, like I said. Then you're gonna make yourself a cup of coffee. Plain black coffee. If you're a bitch, I'm just kidding. If you like creamer, whatever, no, you're not doing creamer because you need to fast. You can't have sugar, you can't have anything. Black coffee. This will give you a little bit of wake up. This will get you even more sharp, and it won't break your fast, okay? Next, we have our coffee. We're sipping our little coffee. Now, what I did this morning, which I really liked, meditate 10 minutes. Now, if you're a beginner, you don't really meditate often at all. You probably don't. I suggest meditation in the morning. Also, I forgot to mention, I do meditate at night. It's one of the final things I do at night, but your brain is so active and running at night. If you guys have thoughts like while you sleep, it's very hard to meditate at night. So I do it for like 5-10 minutes. But in the morning, that is the best time to meditate. And the thing you don't want to do is you don't want to fall back asleep while you meditate. Because I meditate while I lay down and I close my eyes, and it's really easy to fall back asleep. Don't fucking do it. Don't fall back asleep. Have a few sips of coffee. Turn on your light. Meditate. If you're a beginner, just do 1 minute. Check it off. Say you did it. Because in this improvement, I'm talking about self-improvement, right? While you're self-improving, you need to do things to think about like 1% better every day, right? If usually I don't wake up, let's say usually you wake up at 11 a.m. If you wake up at 6, 7, 8 maybe, that's improvement. Even 9, even 10, you're still waking up a lot earlier if you go to sleep a lot earlier instead of 1, 2 a.m. and you go to sleep at 10, 11, that's still improvement. It's not, you're a little bitch, but it's still improvement, you know? You have to have the small wins, keep building up, and then get into the big wins. Or you could say, I need to change my life, and you could just go right at it. That's what I recommend. That's what I did. But where was I? You're making coffee, you're meditating. A few minutes, a minute, that's where I was. Meditate a minute, then I go straight into deep work. So it's 5:30 because I woke up at 5. You're gonna get up a little bit, you're gonna make coffee, you're gonna be a little groggy. I meditate for 10 minutes, 5:30, straight to work. For me, what do I work on? There's business things I need to work on, content I need to work on. I also day trade, So maybe there's day trading, there's reading, and if you like want to make money on the side, business, get into business. For me, my business is day trading. Whether you hate it or you love it, you could go check out my day trading shit. You could learn that. Learn day trading from me. Great. Any other thing making money? Schoolwork, maybe college, maybe, I don't know, any type of work. Anything that could be productive. You could even watch YouTube videos. Like this video is a productivity thing in a way. Study it. Don't just mindlessly watch it. Take notes on it, right? But during this deep work, you are going to feel so productive. You are going to be locked in. Let me tell you, it's 6:25 right now. I've been up since 5:30. I've been doing this since 5:30. Well, I've been up since 5, but I've been doing this since 5:30. Notice how there aren't really any cuts in this video. I am flowing. Yesterday night, I tried making a video. I couldn't get out the hook. I couldn't get out the first fucking sentence. I redid it 10 times. I'm like, I cannot do this. I can't. And you're going to see, try doing something productive at night. Now, then, try doing something early in the morning with coffee, with meditation. I'm telling you, you are going to laser focus. Now, why does not eating work? I want to explain this to you, because you're going to be like, oh, wait, I'm kind of hungry in the morning. I love breakfast. Breakfast is amazing. Come on. Pancakes, eggs. It's amazing, okay? But let me explain to you. Think back. Now, actually, I haven't tried it yet. I have heard you could have a little bit of protein, just protein, like a protein shake with water, just like strict whey protein, no sugar, no carbs, just protein. I have heard that works, but I don't do it. Not for me. I don't really. Just not for me. I haven't tried it. So you could try it. Tell me how it works. But let's get into why this works. We're going to think back to our ancestors. When our ancestors wake up, we wake up to the sun. It's early as fuck, right? We're our ancestors right now. We wake up to the sun. Let's say it's 6 a.m. sunrises, even 5 a.m. sunrises. I don't know where you guys live, but whatever. Wake up to the sun, or even earlier, to start the hunt, right? Because we need to eat. So we're going to hunt. Now, do they eat before or after they hunt? Obviously after. They have to get the food first and then eat, and then cook the food and then eat. So after hours of hunting, they go without food because they're most sharp without food. I want to explain this another way if this doesn't really make any sense, which I think it does, but if it doesn't, I'll explain another way too. They go hours without food. They finish the hunt, they get the reward. Imagine the food being the reward. So for us, imagine the work being the hunt and the food being the reward and the relaxing being the reward, right? Think of it like this as well. Body, science, the science way. When you eat food, your digestive process is the most energy-taking process ever. When you eat a big meal and you're like, oh, you're a zombie after a big meal. You're a zombie, especially after a lot of carbs, okay? Now, there are, you could have a carnivore diet, which I've heard is very successful for business. I don't, because I like working out. I like going to the gym. I like having energy. Might try it at some point in my life. I'm still a kid, I think carbs are important for me right now. My mommy says so. No, whatever. But get back onto the point. Human, it's very energy dense process. All your energy goes to digesting. It's one of, I think, the most energy dense processes, that takes up the most energy. So your brain isn't getting as much energy, and you can't focus when your body is focusing on digesting. So that's all I wanted to explain for the morning. We have a lot more to get into. I need to cut and think about. Another thing I want to explain, and it's very important when waking up early. Do not go on your phone. The only way you're going to go on your phone is to turn off your alarm or to set an alarm for meditation. Also, you want to have that blue light blocking system on your phone. I usually have it at all times. I'm trying that out to get less blue light in my eyes. It's not healthy for you. But don't check notifications. Don't scroll on TikTok. I used to have a major problem with scrolling on TikTok, right? These are all shit things that get into your head, shit dopamine that gets into your head. Now, today, I'm definitely guilty of it, okay? I checked my TikTok notifications. I'm like, I think it was, I can't even remember. But you know what? I'm calling myself out on it. And this is important, right? This is what journaling is for. This is what sharing what you did wrong is for. You need to call yourself out on certain things so you can improve on it. Right, tomorrow, I'm not going to check my TikTok notifications. I didn't scroll or anything. Don't scroll. Don't check your notifications. Get straight to work. Get straight to coffee. Whatever. Now, I kind of touched on what you need to work on, but only a little bit. Not to the extent I think it should be. So there's so many countless things you need to work on. It's very personalized to you, but it's like 4, 5, 6 hours of work, right? If you wake up at 5 and then work until 11, because then you'll eat. But wake up at 5, work until 11, that's 6 hours of work. What the fuck am I gonna do for 6 hours? Let me explain. It's very personalized, but for me, filming content, right? Filming content is a big thing for my business, for my personal brand that I do to improve myself, right? Now, what else can you do? I don't want to post content, whatever. It's not for everybody. There's so many other business activities. Like I said, you could learn something. For me, I love day trading. It's my business. Go learn from my page, whatever. I talk about day trading. Go join the Discord for free. I'll talk about day trading, self-improvement, whatever. But you could learn day trading. You could read. Reading is so important, and you're going to be so sharp. Like, usually, you can't go 2 pages without your brain going somewhere else. Now, you're going to be able to read 10, 20, 30, 40 pages, and you're going to be bang, 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 bang. And your brain's going to be locked in on a book. Get a book done in a morning. Just read a whole entire book. 6 hours. Insane. Just do it. What else do you have to do? Read a book. Read a good book. Good book recommendations. I'm reading Psychology of Money right now by Morgan Housel. I recommend this book. Good book. Another book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you like business, you like cash, I'm sure you like fucking money. Of course you like money. Well, not everyone does, but if you like money, read that book. Think and Grow Rich. Favorite book right here, Napoleon Hill. The Rich Dad Poor Dad was by Robert Kiyosaki. But Think and Grow Rich, favorite book. 100% recommend. Talks about manifestation. This book kind of got me into my journey. That's why I kind of have it over here. It's like, it started my journey. But read a book. Also, with reading, you're not just reading for pleasure. You're not reading for leisure. You're reading to study, okay? You need to take notes. Get a notebook, and this notebook will be your fucking everything, okay? I have this notebook over here. Big ass notebook. There are a lot of sections. I section it off for, let's say I have a journaling section. I have a books and I have a research section. I have a personal brand posting content section. I have a day trading section. You could section it off however you want. Take notes. I take notes on every chapter I read. I'm like, ooh, this seems important. Take notes. Ooh, I didn't think about this. Take notes. Now, what else can you do? If you don't want to read, I highly suggest reading, but maybe not for 6 hours. Maybe for an hour or two, you read. What else can you do? Of course, I said learn something, business, whatever. You could, I don't know, whatever you're interested in. Work on what you're interested in. Maybe work on what you're good at. Maybe you could go to the gym. Maybe you want to be a power lifter. Go to the gym. Work on that. So many things. Just really think. Oh, perfect. In this day and age, we cannot think for ourselves. We go to ChatGPT, we go to social media, we go to YouTube, whatever. Something I started implementing is just sitting down and thinking with my notebook and a pen for an hour. I write down all my thoughts. If I have any problems, write it down, work it out myself. I'm telling you, you go in with a problem, you come out with 0 problems. And you come out with problems that you didn't even know you had solved. Okay? Do that for an hour. And during this time, you're not going to have your phone. You're not going to have any distractions. You could take breaks, of course. You could take some breaks. But you're not going to have any distractions. You're not going to have your phone. Throw your phone to the other room if you have to. If you can't control yourself. Go on, do not disturb, like I'm on right now. I'm filming with my phone. Just don't use your phone. Okay? And for the thinking session, I say an hour. I set an hour for a timer. A timer for an hour. You can set it for 2 hours. You can set it for 3 hours. I don't care. Do what you think is productive, okay? That's all I'm going to talk about. So on the topic of fasting and being more productive, There's also another topic I want to talk about, which is dopamine. I've talked about it many times in the past, but dopamine is literally everything. And you are being controlled by all these shitty sources of dopamine. Now, let me explain first what dopamine is. Dopamine is your brain's reward chemical, and you get it from doing things like working out, reading, doing deep work, like, I don't know, thinking, whatever. Doing things you're passionate about, going to the gym, go fishing, those are good sources of dopamine. You also get it in very high amounts when doing drugs, when doing social media, when drinking. That is what gets people hooked. Dopamine could be used for amazing things, but it's also used, and you don't even realize it, for the things that are leading you to depression, overstimulation, anxiety. You are controlled by your dopamine. Every time you scroll on TikTok, you get dopamine. You get a shit ton of it. Every time you take a hit of a joint, you get dopamine, a shit ton of it. Makes you want to do it more and more, right? Scroll more and more, hit a joint more and more, drink more and more, right? This is fucking horrible. You are overstimulated. You are addicted. You don't even realize it. You are addicted. Dopamine gets you addicted. It can also get you addicted to work, which is good, which is what you like. Imagine getting the same amount of stimulation you get from TikTok, you get from smoking, you get from drinking, to work. You see how I'm so passionate about this? I'm working right now. And I'm happy. I'm getting the same amount of stimulation that I would get from watching TikTok, from smoking, from drinking, from watching porn. All these things are bad dopamine activities you need to cut out completely. Now, I used to think, oh, you know what? I have a little bit of a problem a while ago, right? I have a little bit of a problem with scrolling on TikTok, with going on my phone. I'll limit it to 2 hours a day. 2 hours? 2 hours a day? That is still a lot of screen time, right? That is still a lot of TikTok, YouTube. Now, of course, there are informational videos. Like, sometimes I go to TikTok to learn something. If I have, I post on TikTok, you can learn from me on TikTok. But let's be real, you're not learning on TikTok. You're not learning on YouTube. You're getting cheap dopamine and stimulation that is literally destroying you. Cut it all out. Now listen, there are times that you'll have mistakes, you'll have days that you scroll, even I do it, right? Journal about it. Journal it, say, I will never do it again. It was a mistake. People make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up about it. That's what will get you into the habit more. Say, this is good. This is actually a good thing. I'm going to take this as a good thing. I acknowledged that I scrolled. I'm going to write about it. I'm not going to do it again. Maybe I'll mess up again in the future. Think of it as a mess up. Think of it as a learning experience. Learn something from it, and you will improve. But there's also dopamine from junk food. You need to eat a strict diet. Think about all these desserts. You're getting dopamine from desserts, from fried food, from all this food that's delicious. Now, there's a lot of analogies that I like to use on dopamine. So if I haven't made dopamine clear enough for you, I want to do a little bit of analogies, right? Everyone scrolls on TikTok. You're probably watching this video on TikTok right now. If you're not, you're watching on YouTube. But everyone scrolls and you get stimulation from either TikTok or YouTube. Let's say you're scrolling on TikTok and you're just doing it in your free time. It's free time, pleasure, whatever. Whatever excuse you want to make. Free time. There's no free time. But it's okay. Whatever excuse you want to make, you're scrolling. You're watching a video and you're happy. You have a baseline happiness. Everyone has a baseline happiness. Let's talk about that first. This baseline happens when you're doing nothing and you're sitting, you're staring around, looking at the sky. I don't care. You're closing your eyes. That's your baseline, right? This is how you feel. Baseline happiness right here. Doing nothing. But everyone has a baseline. And when you watch TikTok, what do you get? You get happiness. You get dopamine. And that baseline happiness jumps up a little bit, right? And jumps up to here, let's say. Then, as you lose interest into the video, goes back down. Your happiness level goes back down. So you scroll again, and it jumps up again. Look, it's not as high as it was before, right? It was up here before. Now it's up here. And you keep this action of scrolling and losing interest and scrolling and losing interest keeps happening. And then you kind of see that your baseline falls over here. because it's a constant downtrend. So your baseline is going down, 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 just little by little every time you do these bad dopamine activities. It could be anything. It doesn't have to just be TikTok. It could be drugs, porn, alcohol, anything. Your baseline's down here. It used to be up here. Now it boom, 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 boom. All of these add up day by day. How could you reverse it? By going to the gym, by, cardio, stretching, meditating. See how it's climbing back up. And also cutting out TikTok, cutting out YouTube. It's all the way up here. Cutting out all that shit dopamine. Reading. That is what you need to do. Now, after watching this video, as you're watching this video, I really hope you're taking notes, by the way. You better be taking notes on everything. If not, start over. Take notes, start over. Now, you're going to be like, oh, I'm motivated now. I'm motivated to keep going. And then maybe it'll die off tomorrow. That's not what this is for. You need to make a strict routine. We already talked about the night. We already talked about the morning. You could, the afternoon and the evening, more leisure. You could read a little bit, hang out with friends, but don't do those bad dopamine. Like, don't party. If you have bad friends, maybe, don't hang out with bad friends. Do things that are good for you, okay? That's what I'm trying to get at. Go for a nature walk. Go fish. Fishing, it's a hobby. Go play a sport. Go to the gym, whatever. But I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to give you a structure that you need to bang out and complete to be successful. Now, doing these really hard tasks is going to be your best friend. You need to strive for doing these hard disciplined activities and these good dopamine activities. Now, I mentioned going to the gym. I mentioned reading. Cold shower. Running. Go for a run. Go to the gym. If you don't work out, that's kind of sad. If you're not get in the best shape of your life. There's no reason you can't be in the best shape of your life right now. I am. I feel amazing, right? The bad stimulation, the bad dopamine, TikTok scrolling, that's your enemy. The hard tasks are your friends. Now, remember when I said you don't have to do everything 100%. You can't beat yourself up if, let's say, you woke up at 6 a.m., not 5 a.m. It's still improvement. If you're improving, you can't beat yourself up. You are getting the job done. But improvement is not, you know what? Yesterday, I scrolled on TikTok for 2 hours, so today I'm going to scroll on it for an hour and a half. I'm not even going to fucking talk about that. No, that's not what we're doing here. We're cutting all that shit out, okay? We're talking about improving, and you can't go in with that mentality, okay? I know a lot of people will, and a lot of people will twist my words a little bit and say, but I'm improving. No, that's that, okay? Stay weak, okay? I'm not here to baby you. You know that scrolling on TikTok for an hour and a half instead of 2 hours is bad. You know that, okay? Make the hard tasks your friends. Make the bad activities your enemies. I want to wrap this video up. Let's get into the last segment of this video. What happens if you don't do any of this? You stay comfortable. You stay scrolling on TikTok, watching shitty YouTube videos that aren't educational at all, not reading, not waking up early. It'll cost you everything. Truly. We're living in a world full of addicts. Everyone is addicted to social media, to TikTok, and they're normalizing it. Normalizing addiction. You are addicted to social media. I'm sure you are addicted to something right now. Instead of being addicted to social media, be addicted to work. Be addicted to bettering yourself. Because the cost is everything. And the upside is everything. What do you have to lose? You have to lose your old self. Your self where you're going nowhere. Your old self where you're weak, you're distracted, you're overstimulated, you're depressed. Get to work, start a daily routine, start waking up in the morning, start fasting. I want to go over just a little synopsis of everything in order, because I know it could be a little bit confusing, but if you're going to take notes on any section, take notes on this, right? We have nighttime. Nighttime you want to chillax, get that sun out of here, right? You want to be in your closet, be in the dark, okay? You're going to meditate a little bit during this time. You want to, maybe you can read a little bit. You want to chill. You want to plan tomorrow, today. You want to get, most important, get out any light. Turn on your, the blue light filter off, right? I think it's nighttime mode or something on your phone. Look it up on ChatGPT, I don't care. Nighttime, go to sleep early. We have nighttime settled. Morning, wake up fucking early as shit. I recommend 5 a.m. I want to start waking up at 4 a.m., even earlier. The earlier the better. I don't know about 3 a.m., that's fucking crazy, but who knows? Maybe I will. Get some coffee, meditate for a little bit. View light, so the light wakes you up. You remember the circadian rhythm. The light wakes you up. The no light puts you to sleep, Go in your closet, go into the bathroom, whatever. We have the morning, deep work. Get your work done. You could take a little bit of breaks, but focus, do good work. Cut out all those bad activities, replace them for good ones, right? The bad activities, the bad dopamine, social media, those are your enemies. The reading, the meditating, the cold showering, those are your friends. The hard activities, going to the gym, the good dopamine activities. Is that it? I forget. I don't even know. Make a structured routine. Number 4. We talked about the night, we talked about the morning. Now, make a little afternoon. Make it, when you're planning tomorrow today at night, or when you're planning your day tomorrow, make it strict. You can have a little bit of free time, if you have free time, you could get stuff done, get some chores done, go hang out with friends. Afternoon is a little bit more leisure, right? Morning, for that work. Afternoon, a little bit more leisure, go to the pool, get some sunlight, get outside, go on a walk, go on a nature walk, whatever, hang out with friends. Don't be a weirdo. Don't work all day. And then, eat good food, eat healthy food, another dopamine activity. Eating healthy, get you very good. Don't eat in the morning. That's probably one of the most important things you take away from this video. Don't eat in the morning. Be your most productive in the morning. Good luck to you all. I hope this video helped you. If it did, also, go find your business. If this video helped you, I'm gonna end it. All right, if this video helped you, you could join my free Discord. You could follow my content, interact with this video any way you can. I know it's a long video. Your attention span is good. You have a very bright future if you take what this video is into consideration. You act on this video. I'm not the best. I'm still beginning my journey, right? If this video kind of seemed confusing to you, ask ChatGPT. Go to Hamza's videos, Hamza on YouTube, Hamza, Hamza Self-Improvement. Watch his very long videos of no editing, he has so many videos. That's where I learned from. Go to Alex Harmozy if you want to learn business and work ethic and all that. But for now, good luck to you all. Thank you.